first episode of MoonChasers Podcast edition. I'm Teak, and I'm glad y'all could be here with me. My podcast is called MoonChasers because I'm heavy into astrology. I love spirituality, anything that got to do with the planets, the moon, the stars. You can find me looking it up. Okay? So today, the moon is in Virgo. Shout out to all my Virgos out there. Your season is coming. And I just want everybody to know that it's better to trust life and let it run its own way. Not everything must be according to your expectations. Because one thing about it, God rules everything. So nothing is ever going to go your way unless it's His way. So be on the same accord with Him. Alright. So, like I said, I'm heavy into astrology. I know a lot about birth charts, my birth chart in particular. And Virgo is in my second house in my birth chart. The second house of money, work and routine, okay? Job and work ethic. I've been working since I was 18 years old. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm 33. I got 3 kids. I look good. So, I've been working since I was 18, and today is just a good day for me to start my podcast. It's a new branch of my career and who I am. And with the moon being in Virgo, y'all know Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. And Mercury is all about that communication. So that's what I'm about to get on here and teach y'all a little something, give y'all a little bit of knowledge of who I am and the world that we're living in. It's moving into a whole new, different, new world order, if that's what you want to call it. And yeah, it's time to get up on who you are, who we are, and who you really supposed to be. Alright, let me see if y'all can guess the artist from these lyrics. Am I the only one who thinks it's an impossible task? Why it don't last? Is that too much to ask? Why do we love when love seems to hate us? Sorry if I sound so filled with gloom. You say you care, and I know you do, but this is from my experience. Do y'all know who that is? Do y'all know what song that is? That's Lions, Tigers, and Bears by Jasmine Sullivan. And that relates to today's topic of divine feminine versus divine masculine, okay? So why do we love when love seems to hate us? Why do we chase a challenge instead of just accepting the love that's already in front of us? I told y'all earlier that the moon was in Virgo, and Virgo is all about the divine feminine. Don't get it twisted. I'm not just talking about women. Everybody is made up of feminine and masculinity. Aren't you born from a mother and a father? You're born from an egg and a sperm. So everybody has divine feminine and divine masculine inside of them. Some people have masculinity more overbearing than they do have femininity. But why do we love when love seems to hate us? We chase what we don't receive. We love a challenge. But what we need to start loving is ourselves first, so we can know our worth, and we won't always have to chase a challenge. We'll know it when it's right in front of us, and that way we'll be able to accept it. Now, the moon just moved into Virgo, just came out of Leo, so I just want to backtrack a little bit. Leo rules kids, and in this day and age, if you don't have kids, you don't want none, probably good for you. Because if you're not going to have children in a 2-parent household or be able to co-parent lovingly, it's probably best that you don't even have kids, okay? Because we don't understand the yin and the yang. We don't understand that we're supposed to come together lovingly and be peace for each other, okay? We just think that this person loves me, that person loves me, so we can just do what we want. How come it seems that men always get to have their cake and eat it too, while women stay loyal and stay home and take care of the kids and etc., etc.? But the men get the passes. Why is that? It's because of history, guys. What we need to do, everybody needs to be able to have a balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay. So when we backtrack and go back to the moon in Leo, we're talking about Leo rules kids. Leo also rules strength. That's why a woman can always raise a child without any help or support. But what exactly does it do for her mental? It always helps to have a masculine energy or a different type of energy in the household to bounce off of. Because what happens with single parent households is the kids get the brunt of all that person's stress, all that single mom stress. So, and what are the kids inheriting? And what exactly are you passing along? Stress, depression, anger, frustration. It's rarely any happy moments in the household because it's nobody to bounce that energy off of. There's no adult to bounce that energy off of. Everybody are always affected by environmental influences. Now, when we get a little deeper into it, add a little bit of astrology into it, the environmental influences that we all are affected by are air, water, earth, and fire. Those are the elements to the zodiac. So you got air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We're all made up of those signs, and you can find them all in your birth chart. Like I said, Virgo is in my second house. Leo is in my first house. So what that means is my first house is ruled by Leo. That means I'm a Leo rising. So when I get into it, God wants me to be like a Leo. Off the bat, somebody asks you what your sign is, you're going to say your sun sign. The sign that the sun was in when you was born. My sun sign is Libra, okay? And Libra is ruled by Venus, you know, beauty, as you can see, my hair, my face, you know, all of that. So, but my moon sign is Scorpio, and not only do I have a Scorpio moon, I have many other placements in Scorpio that makes me so Scorpio heavy. Okay, so my personality comes off big Scorpio energy, all right? But as you get older, all right, and if you follow the path that was set before you, which is your birth chart is like a map. Your birth chart is just like that path that was set before you so that you could be basically one of the 12, okay? One of the 12, all right? And so for me, I have to step out of my Scorpio comfort zone. I got to step out of my Libra comfort zone, and I got to jump into fiery Leo energy, which is unlike me at all. I'm heavy Scorpio, heavy water, heavy emotional, but it's not serving me in the higher timelines. So I got to step into Leo season like it's my season. You feel me? So that's why I'm here doing a podcast, because it's my calling. And today I was actually supposed to have Small Business Ladies Night, but as y'all can see, nobody is here. So it was up to me to either settle in that fear of nobody being here or knowing that I'm the one and not the motherfucking two. Okay? So I'm here. I gotta do what I'm supposed to do. Having a podcast is something that I've always wanted to do, but I always wanted to do it with someone else. I came in this world alone. I'm gonna die alone. I'm gonna do this podcast by my motherfucking self. Okay? Anyway. So, going back to the moon signs. Every 2 days, the moon goes into a different zodiac sign. So, yesterday it was in Leo. Today it's moving into Virgo. Soon it'll be in Libra, then Scorpio. Okay? All my signs. I know my producer is going to have this podcast video available for me coming soon. And who knows everything that's going to come along with having a podcast. Alright. So in the next segment, we're going to really get into what the moon in Virgo means to you. Virgo rules communication, but it also directly affects your health. So the organs that it directly affects is your pancreas, your small intestine, your cecum, your colon, your digestive tract, your stomach, okay? Eyes and ears as well. So whenever the moon in Virgo comes up, and it also rules uncle, which I just learned, okay? So it could affect, all right, my boyfriend just told me before I came here that his uncle passed away. Rest in peace to his Uncle Larry, all right? So it plays a part in your birth chart, okay? There probably was something in my boyfriend's birth chart that probably where Pluto, which is death and rebirth, okay? Pluto is the god of the underworld. Death and rebirth probably aspected his Virgo on this day. Nobody knows exactly what it means unless you the type to really look at a birth chart day by day and can figure that shit out. Because when you look at a birth chart, all you see is the 12 zodiac signs going in a circle, and you see a bunch of red lines and a bunch of blue lines and how they all aspect each other. So that's something that I learned, and thanks for y'all for helping me figure that out. Now, Virgo rules health. If you know you have some type of health condition, it's best to work on it before we get to the moon in Virgo. That's how you figure out your birth chart, okay? That's how you work with your birth chart. So you might know some birth. Oh, and I invited one of my friends who has a small business, which I'm going to shout out all their small businesses later on, okay? My friend, I invited her, and she said her GI was messing up, gastrointestinal. That's also ruled by Virgo. Now, had I known these things, I may have scheduled this podcast around certain things. But you can predict some things, but you don't know people's life, okay? All right, and you probably have plenty of uncles. So you don't never, you're not gonna call your uncle and be like, hey, how you doing? Just checking on you, make sure you don't die today. You understand what I'm saying? So that's neither here nor there, but that's knowledge, y'all. Like I said when we first came on, my podcast is strictly about astrology, spirituality, and I'm gonna learn y'all something today. We're gonna learn together. We're gonna be here and be knowledgeable together. Virgo is an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Virgo definitely gives me earth sign like Taurus, but not like Capricorn. I feel like Capricorn is the goat of the goats, okay? It is also, there's also a goat, all right? But I feel like Capricorn is the king of kings of the earth signs. They give me more air. They give me more air than they do earth, okay? But Taurus and Virgo, real laid back, you feel me? And you need to learn your signs. So it's no work, no reward when you get into spirituality. When you start to learn yourself and learn your toxic ways and learn your shadow ways, those dark ways that we all have about us, and we also have light ways about us, okay? Some things are more overshadowed than others, but that doesn't mean that you can't work on it. And no, we don't always get it right every time, but when we do get it right, that's a check off God's list, and he pushes you in a new direction, okay? He pushes you to where you're really supposed to be. For me, for example, okay? It's been about a year since I've been going through my spiritual journey, my spiritual transformation. I met a young lady, Karma, who I also invited, but she couldn't make it. So Karma is a spiritualist, okay? She's an intuitive, she's a medium, she's the shit, okay? And I thank her for putting me on this journey because it allowed me to view myself in a different way that I never had before. And now I have been affected by the environmental influences that I mentioned earlier. So with me going on that spiritual journey last summer, now here I am at the end of this summer. It's been 1 year later. I would have never been in this studio doing what I'm doing because of fear, okay? But on my way here, 2 things happened to me, 3 things happened to me actually that should have stopped me from coming. I kept going because you have to bring the energy with you, okay? So as me being, like I said, a Leo rising, this Leo season, I had to start something in this season. I got to keep the energy flowing. I got to give what it's supposed to give, okay? I'm supposed to give it, and that's what I'm giving. I'm stepping out on faith, and when I was on my way here, I saw a rainbow, and it's just a reminder for me that God is with me. And he said, fear where? Fear where? You want to be scared? Why? Nobody's coming with you, so you want to stop your life? Oh no, we're not doing that. And that was just a signal, a symbol for me to keep going, all right? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm never going to stop. And this is hella motivation for me. I hope it's hella motivational for you, because whatever God puts in you, he wants you to do, and it's for a special reason. I have no idea where this podcast is going to take me, but I know it's going to take me to the top because God put it in me. He put it in me especially, so it don't matter who comes with me. It doesn't matter who's along for the ride with me, because this is my dream. This is what I want to do. Okay? And for me, my health is not being affected because I've taken different precautions, all right, in the last few days, so that my health doesn't affect me when it gets to Virgo season, all right? Make sure you drink your water. If you take medication, make sure you take your medication on the regular, or Virgo season will inflame it. You understand what I'm saying? The same way Virgo season inflamed the young lady's her GI. It's just the season for it to happen. The moon has energy. And if you don't believe me, what happens every full moon? Motherfuckers go crazy. Motherfuckers go crazy on the full moons. So that's just proves that the moon really does have energy, no matter if it's full or not. On to the next. Okay, let me shout out all my babies who couldn't be here with me today. My first shout out, I want to give a major shout out to my Leo baby Megan. I want to give a shout out to Megan. Lovejoy08 on Instagram. I want to give another shout out to my Leo baby Monye. Happy birthday, boo. Now my business babes. Jules laid me out, slayed my hair, okay? Is it giving Kiki Shepherd, the baddest bitch in the land? Is it giving Kimora Lee or Chun-Li? What is it giving, y'all? Just tell me what it's giving. Kimora Lee? Okay, that's what it's giving. And I want to give a shout out to Melanated Beauty, because I wash my hair with the Talia YG Kids shampoo. Don't get it twisted now. It works. I want to give a shout out to Ashley Chesley, the #1 realtor in Baltimore. Okay, she does this. And I want to also give a shout out to Nay, the manager of Warhol Photography. All right, she's the shit and always ready to get your photos taken by Chaz Warhol, because he will do it for you, baby. All right. And I want to give a shout out to Brittany Lachey. Beautiful young lady. She got her own cosmetic line, jewelry. She does hair. Amazing young lady. Beautiful young lady. And 236 Co with the candles, all right? 236 Co, written all out. Follow her on IG. Wonderful candles. She'll give you a home in a box. Trust me. When you open up them candles and you light them, it's just like home. So shout out to my baby. And what I want to leave you guys with is a song, Mary J. Blige, All That I Can Say. That song is so sentimental because Mary was talking to self. She was talking to the God within her. She said, genuine, seraphim, sweeter than, cinnamon. She's giving herself and God props. When you think about the video, she was walking on clouds in New York City, and then she saw her name in lights. Okay? That ain't nothing but an omen for me, alright? And that song was written by the goddess Lauryn Hill. So everything always, I just want everybody to know that everything always comes full circle. So step out on faith, alright? And don't forget that you can be who God set out for you to be. Remember, you can be one of the 12. It's a game. Become player one.
Nice, baby, I'm good with faces. Global bag, go dumb on the basis. We got the word and dread on the haters. I'm dodging the body and ducking the laser. Sick of these hoes, they let me know. I only keep me a bright dime. Tight ass stove, they let me know. I got the chance of a lifetime. I hop in and hop out the water, yeah. I hop in and hop out the water. I hop in and hop out the water, yeah. I hop in and hop out the water. I had to wash, I be up in the order. The judge could've gave me a quarter. I hop in and hop out the water, yeah. I hop in and hop out the water. You know I'm way more than about cares. So fresh, so clean, I'm an outcast. They know I never go outside. Dirty niggas be leaving the house mad. Envy, why shorty hating